We've been waiting for the sun to come out so that we'd be in a position to do some soda blasting. Normally, we dip these vehicles, but in this case, it's too tall for the dip tank, number one. And number two, it has a lot of boxed-in channels. So if it goes in the dip tank and it comes back out, we may not be able to neutralize all of that stuff that would get in those channels. So soda blasting was the actual answer.
I'm Jack with Jack's Mobile Soda Blasting out of Hillsboro, Oregon. Mark reached out to me a couple weeks ago to blast this Dodge, and I suggested we use baking soda. The nice thing about soda, it's environmentally friendly, USDA, FDA approved. It's very safe. It's a great new product out, and I believe it's going to be the future.
I got the A100, so now it's time to get it in the paint booth and get it primered. Primer work looks pretty good, couple little things to fix, nothing major, but at this point we're ready to block it out and get it ready for pre-paint with it. So I have about 3/4 of A100 painted, the cab, a bedside. I know a lot of times you'll just paint the whole thing, but when we are, it's such a time crunch this year, it's real time. We're that far behind, so if it's ready, I just paint it. So any parts and pieces that I can get together, since Doug doesn't have a lot going on, and I give them all to him so he can start the sandblasting process. Now that I got the hinges back, I can check that off the to-do list and I can get them painted and move forward with the A100. If there's something I can paint and get it curing, I'll do it. So, I painted the cab. While that was drying, I jumped onto a bedside. Whatever needs to go red, that's how we kind of had to do this. So the whole truck was kind of done in parts and pieces, just so that way we can get it put together and get it delivered on time. When I paint the doors and hinges, it's pretty much the same process as when I do the car. Only thing a little bit different is you have to take into consideration you're panel painting the whole car, so you just got to be very thorough. If you put 7 coats on that cab of that red, which is a very transparent color, which I did, you make sure that you put 7 coats on those doors. So the only thing that's critical is just having that number in your head and going through that whole process, so when it's actually all bolted together, everything matches correctly. I got the inside of the bed completely painted black, came out great just like we were hoping. Now that that's done, I can jump over and wrap up the paint work on the last bedside. Now that all the pre-paint work is done, it's time to get it all blocked out and sanded and ready for final paint. Now that the truck's all blocked out, it's time to roll it in the booth and get the final paint work done. Now that I got the color all laid out and it looks amazing, I can jump in there and get the clear coat all done. I'm gonna let that cure for a little bit. Once that's done, I'm gonna start the cut and buff process and then get it over here for assembly. And now it's Mark's problem from this point forward. I'm excited to get this rolled over here because I am the paint and body side, so our part is done over there. I'm still gonna help out over here, but the problem we're gonna run into is Mark said everything's been pre-fit, this thing's just gonna fall together. He did all the mock-up, so to speak, what he considers a mock-up. Problem is, I watched him do the mock-up. It's horrible. This thing's not gonna just fall together. So I just wanna be around for all those little problems that are gonna come up.